what's up, know 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 what's up.
They asked me if you still on, man. It's hot, son. Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Into the black light, exited the mass.
What's up, Lou?
You into the black light, exited the mass.
Shells.
You into the black light, exited the mass. You into the black light, exited the mass.
Yo, we back again. If you throw it in the towel, then you're back in sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exited the mass.
Oh,
You into the black light, exited the mass. You into the black
you might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You into the black light,
Just give me
exited the
attention for a minute. Damn.
Come on.
We from the same cut, but play in different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on to get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt you to remember that I walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, I read. I volunteer, know the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fiery. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you're free, your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen.
Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it.
Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And what you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat. You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or chill, will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. Yes, sir. I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Get to the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew. Heavily into the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week. Intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So through the knowledge, that means hold your head. Let the past stay dead and keep a level head. And don't be misled. Remember most of what I said. I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on the block. By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it private the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it private? Ancient Chinese secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner. Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner. Wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way of which you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max B production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top. And conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days. And we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine. Hopefully they change yours to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. Is death a mistake because somebody lied? And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it, that's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough, we should demand to show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all do? Treat your people like being that I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave. Yo, man, you made a serious mistake, babe. With how you handle me, homie. Slave to the system. Yeah, sound like a winner right there. Come on. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. Hold up a minute, fam, let me ask you this. Did your last promotion offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this. I know a better way in many, honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got to be right to make it from here. For animosity and hate, you can place it here. No time for pity. We partying all the way. No time to be the victim. We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall the fake. A linebacker reads well before they call the play. Hoping you all would say, hoping we all would pray. Invest a little bit of time in the talk.
What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. Ebola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I? Some pastor or preacher was released represented with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
we're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on.
In my music, and in a lot of this music, it's only talking about the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution styles too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God it's overdue and your time is in the end. Locked down silent without sin. He put me on the letter for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down with suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protected servers. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Oh, and it's too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe in GC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme. Everybody back off. Everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether is day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, create the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some chores for sure, I forged a build, solid foundation, my crown chakra core and hill, pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for, free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities, I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast, now feel the beast wrath, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them, destroys this de facto government and its hormones, established Big Mom's household, she may restore him, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake, marks once we make knowledge more is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake, marks once we make knowledge more is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk and fast. Most of them got vaccinated with chips to their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits to their ass. Sad kid, watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming weirdo, strong menstrual shows, the land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry, nuclear chemicals, technology, got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot, for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when the rhyme and bass drops.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Baby girl Slaughter, Delusion, Sharon, or Wilson. It's the only people want to speak up, huh? Everybody want to act like, okay. Anyway, I still got T. I think he's at work. This is a Faraday. This is a silent pocket, which is called the Faraday bag. This right here you would take. This belongs to our brother T. Timonius. Right? And then you put it in here. And some people say, they don't work. Well, I got underwear, t-shirt, hats and stuff made out of the same stuff with silver and whatever, right? Is in it, literally silver, that protects you. You know, most of the drawers you wear, especially you women getting that polyester stuff, there's a reason why you have ovarian cancers and all this other stuff. And the same thing with men with the testicular and, you know, your prostate getting a little big. They want you to believe that it's natural. Do you know when the first issue, my cat done went crazy on my hat, y'all. Oh my goodness, he like rubbing against my head when I'm in the bed upstairs. He'll come and lay down behind me and bite my head and start rubbing his head on it. I think something with the hair. But anyway, they want you to believe in their lies. You know, there's a lot of people now talking about, I guess they got that thing of that lady. I forget her name. I don't know her name. I know I saw it when she first started talking about it, and you have all kind of Jane alias. I've been stating this. You got a lot of Pelicans waking up. But it still hold on to a crayon perception. This one I know is not about that. You had numerous individuals from around the world tell you your history here. That was deer jerky. Anyway, I put the deer jerky in with the Tillamook beef jerky. My boy had deer jerky, and I was like, "Yo, you got something to put it in?" So he had the beef jerky when he traveled and put the deer jerky in there, so it's just as good. But you have many people from around the world tell your history. Now I know that you got this big gimbal of individuals, right, who are marrying outside their race. I don't believe in none of that narrative. Yet I know that we as a people in past, and I know your history, that there was no need to marry them. Everybody kept their status as what they wore. It was without no thought, no race, no none of that. So the lady they're talking about, somebody says, you know that she said that white people didn't exist until 1861. What the? It's later than that. 1700s when they first really created it. Who created the 3 races that became 5 races? Do you know that he's part of the whole system? You know, it's funny how people talk. You got people in New York, right? Talk big, YouTube, following and all that, and they're indigenous. So what if you marry somebody Puerto Rican who is of that foreign blood? Right? So what if you marry some Mongol woman? So what? See, these people are very impractical because they won't address what's really going on with them. They won't sit there and say, oh, you know, I do drink coffee or tea with my potable water coming from the faucet. I do, you know, partake in certain foods and it's not scripted. And my wife, though she prepares the meals for me, because I cook for myself and for the family. Both marriages, I cooked. And my first wife, we cooked together. Whether it's making pastelillos, penne, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Anyway. They're eating crap. Right now, there's a big thing going on because this is what the system's doing. I don't want to give the system no energy. Everybody's realizing now that everything on them food hours, canned and this, that, and other, has nothing but PFASs and all kind of chemicals and poisons to which they've been hyping up over the last 30 years. It's always doing a war. But these individuals who y'all keep wanting to call white and black and all that, they don't see themselves as none of that. That's the game on you. Remember I was saying the other day about they're in this place of thought where you're beneath them because of what they do and how they come together. Just like thieves, when they're planning to rob a bank, one of the biggest robberies just happened, what, how much, 100 million or 10, whatever, right? And when they're plotting this stuff, they don't, it's not about no colors, they don't care. It's about that damn dollar and what they're going to do with it and how they're going to fence it and all that. See, this is what nobody pays attention to because you have a majority. How do they say it? Let me see if I can pull it up and read it verbatim. I can say it my way, or the highway. We're not here for that. Okay. Let me put it up. Let me make sure I got it right. And make sure I got it right. Let me see. They don't want to have it on here. Why do they always put up? Your Google is just terrible, y'all. What? I could have did all this up before, right? But I didn't. All right, I'm gonna say it my way. Because people say it all kind of different ways. Because my ways actually makes sense. Yeah, and they're not going to do it on. They're not going to show you in here because then it tells on them. So as you know, they have a statement. And I'm gonna say it my way. You have 80% that don't know nothing. 80% that leaves 20%, right? Well, 3% rule that 80%. And that leaves 17. Are you where there's 10% who are kind of there? While there's 7% busting their ass to wake up the 80 and bring the 7% along. You aware of that? Here in Arizona, on the so-called border, which is the stupidest thing, you have hundreds, even through Texas, of tunnels running through businesses. And though they don't need them, because more or less for the drugs, this fake liberal party, or whatever you want to call it, both of them together, because the Republicans could have said no, put a hammer down, and Congress could have said, oh, and stopped everything, as well as the Supreme Court. That's why I tell you they're full of crap. Right now, they're leaning on the Supreme Court to go ahead and say, well, we could take away the guns, which is unconstitutional. Therefore, the Supreme Court doesn't really stand. They're playing the long game while they're building, and some of y'all probably been seeing it, they're building more places to house and these soldiers who are training at night. I'm seeing more and more with them same IDF desert brown or tan pants and mercenaries. We just had 50 mercenaries and motorcycles with long beards. They have a skull. It's a certain flag they fly. And only a handful of us know it. We saw them. They're taking quick pictures, attempting to hide out and eat and go about their way. And we're talking about like New Zealand, Australian special forces, mercenaries. What's mind-boggling is that 7%, and it's possible that some of you are the part of that. That other 3% are very, very sure. They're very aware of what they're doing. They're very sure of what they do. But because the enemy knows what's going on, and I'm going to say this again, because the enemy is aware of what's going on, they are doing everything to make sure that the frequency in your head is scattered, that you will not adapt and overcome. And the other 80%, I mean, look at the little witchy poo that was for what's that shoe and everything that Balenciaga, that little ugly little monkey, right? Theodore Albert Herzl's probably third great grandniece or whatever, right? Y'all saw Pharaoh and all those people and Iggy and all those. She got her new booty and everything. They're all with that. And a lot of people think that is some game. No, those are the stupid ones who y'all fought. The marginalized 3% of 2 to 3% of actors in sports and everything else, running around with tattoos of boule and everything with this pyramid and really been misled about how these things work. But the 7%, I don't know. I really don't know, because you're still making poor choices. And some of you in your ignorance, because it's a very effeminate thing, will say, well, you don't determine. First of all, you didn't know shit to determine anything. All right? And when somebody's giving a heed call for warning, you're supposed to fucking pay attention to it. Not go about your little fake existence. Now you got to remember 1861, when they created this white thing, Nationalist Party movement. There's still something going on where they actually have white superiority meetings and stuff like that. They came to our land with that Native American movement that has nothing to do with they removed it from us because they wanted to kill us off. That's why you had all the race riots happening in Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and these, that, and other. Many fought back and killed a lot of Peckerwoods. You just don't hear that story because they got to paint a false superiority so people move in ignorance to keep you subjugated. Okay? You had to be white in order to belong to the United States. But they already belonged to them because they were servants. Majority of pale skins who came over here during the 1700s, majority of you were servants, slaves. There was none of us were slaves. Only thing we had was POWs, which these Zionists or whatever you want to call them, right, created that. And that's the reason why it was important to have a school system created to push that. Started by, you know who? Rockefeller in the 1960s. As I told you, and if you don't believe me, I don't really care. The Black Panther Party was never the Black Panther Party when it started. It was just the Panther movement that became the Panther Party, to which you had a bunch of federal melanated, I don't care if they're not from here or not, this dumb idiots, okay? Just like the ones out there today, running around, you know, playing cops and robbers and everything. Want to come down harder on you like it's supposed to be something. I know people see some very terrible things. Okay? But if that influences how you move against your people, use a pussy. So you with a badge watching right now, or agent, use a pussy. Because you can't, all you can see is what they're showing you. You're not willing to rise above that, thinking that you've succumbed this certain plateau that you surpassed everyone. You haven't surpassed nobody. Just being shown what you are. Stupid. Now getting back to what I was saying, because it's still on the same beaten path, actually. Our people were POWs, and they had to paint a picture. And then they had to start one around in the 80s out of Africa. Some people say that happened before that. No, it didn't. If you go back and read Benjamin Franklin and Frederick Douglass and all their readings, they tried to make him like he was from somewhere else. Somebody said Scotland. Goofy selves up out of here. Crispus Attucks, definitely not from Africa. If you look at his genealogy, how far his family go back, there was nobody from Africa by that time, because there was no white folk here in the 1400s or 1500s. I don't care what y'all think and what you want to believe. I really don't give a damn. Crispus Attucks, 1776, first person killed. What tribe was he? And they tried to say he was mixed indigenous African blood because of skin color and afro. I like showing things that are outside the pocket of ignorance. All right? You got goofies on TikTok who don't know nothing about nothing, surfing the line. I'm starting to think Bill Carson's starting to catch on and realize, whoop, I've said so much, so I crossed the boundaries. Now I got to push things out there. Because he's talking about some things that are actually based upon facts. People share stuff with me. I don't want to see all the crap. And yeah, he's telling pretty much the truth about what I was saying, the Christ factor and this, that, ascension, raising. Most people don't know that. And they refuse to. You still got a bunch of people running around with their Jesus crazy. You know, when you say Yeshua, and they have a hard time not knowing what it really leads to. When you're saying king, he was no king. Rex is what they allude to being king. Just like the king of the dinosaurs, they call it T-Rex, which is fictional because it was dragons. You had mammoths and stuff like that, which means size bigger than what you see today as far as the elephants and so on, and the giraffe compared to the other. You know what I'm saying? There's a way they played with everything to rewrite history to make it something. So that way they could just say oil is not the second largest liquid on earth. It becomes some fossils and most of the bones and the plants are dying. No, they came here and chopped down all the trees. All the real forests, redwood, and the ones over on the East Coast like that are the only real forests still standing. But nobody wants to have that conversation because they educated you to make sure you were dumb. I don't care what your position is. If you're doing hoop dreams for show to entertain the people and keep them dumb and distracted, and that's what sports really is, has become. And the lie of it, when people learn that we created hockey and basketball and football, first of all, for the first, like in the 70s, 80s, you couldn't say that. That's how you change things. Now people realize, oh, wait a minute. Oh, and we had some of the best swimmers. Oh, but now they want you to crown Mike Phelps and now the successors. Man, we had much better swimmers. Everybody in my family knew how to swim. It was old adage. You had to. It's part of second nature. Now you got a bunch of Negroes in the cities who don't know the first thing about even washing their behind with a washcloth or loofah. So, wifo, you didn't exist. There's no such thing as you. And right now, if you look at the word etymology of white, some of you would actually change your manners, but you're pretty stupid. You haven't created nothing. Then you look at the dumb sister that made that book. I actually have that book too, niece. Baby Girl Slaughter. I just don't want to show it because I have disrespect, utter disdain for these black worthless mofos. I don't care, male or female, here pushing this out of Africa goofy stuff, and they will scrape the bottom of everyone's shoe who have been implemented with this historical, only relevant lies for them, irrelevant to the truth. Well, they're not the benefactors. You got a bunch of pale skins trying to tell you who you are, and then you ask them, well, damn, how long, what generation are you? Well, I'm second. Oh, when your ancestors come from? Well, they came from England. Yeah, 19. Oh man, shut your. I tell them real quick, get your butt up out of here. And you're always going to have these idiots who don't know how to make peace right. Oh, some of them are getting a little scared because they realize, okay, well, do walk a little big. One thing I learned when I was living in New York, right? You got a lot of pop. It's something in the air make them want to talk real tough. I should know. I laid many of them on their behinds. That's why when I hear people going all that rah, rah, rah and swirling up and walking up, I'd be like, dude, I'm a two-hitter quitter, bro. What is wrong with you? And I don't care about what size and who you think you are. I done knocked out the best of some security guards. I done flipped and tossed. Listen, man. Choked out. Look. And they still gonna do that. And talk that talk. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like DMX said, you know what I'm saying? The real ones get up out of there. They don't want no part because they know it's a bunch of bull. It stinks. Like any city. Real ones get away. And they connect to a deeper root. They get away from the poison, the toxicity. But the ones that stay there, it's because they don't know how to get going. They think, they call it fleeing. You flee to fight another day. But it's not fleeing. It's allowing yourself to reset. And sometimes riding on the back of a horse, riding on a boat upriver, downriver, or traveling across the continent and paying attention to everything you come across to allow yourself to acclimate. And they don't do that. A lot of y'all on the East Coast know how you are. You're just up and down the East Coast. That's what you call it, the East Coast. You don't even, not smart enough. No, that's not even the East Coast. That's actually the West. This is the East. Because you accepted every lie they've given you. And ones who've created nothing but war, destitution, murder, mayhem, chaos. Here you are, you created everything. Everything, literally. And people always talking about what's your culture? And then they come with that, what language you speak? What language are we talking in, Mo? That's all you got to say. You understand on this level without really understanding what you're speaking. Because that's the majority of people who always want to clown. Because see, Hollywood painted their portrait, painted their face, made them alive. Because Negroes are stupid listening to other worthless Negroes. You're right where you need to be at. A Negro. I'm not nobody's Negro. I'm damn sure nobody's black. And you got a lot of people right now chemically imbalanced. And they'll try you on that. There are some light-skinned dumbasses running around who want to start some kind of goofy race riot. And they'll just get dead. There's no way around it. They lie about your numbers. Remember they were saying you was 11%, 12, and 13%? Now they're talking about 55 million up from 4 million, which jumped to 40. How do you take 75 to 100 million melanated people and make them less of the population, and then take another so-called brown folk and make them like they're supposed to be over you, to which they're not? And they're in the cities and everywhere. We're everywhere. You got those who just don't come out. They go to work, they get home. Sometimes you hear about it in the news. I never thought a brother was over there, or a sister, or blah, blah, blah. They've done so much damage. And y'all still refuse. I was reading that one story about that young light-skinned lady. I guess somebody felt some kind of way because they heard me say light skin. That's what I don't call them white. I call them light skin. Hold on. Things flipping up. All right. I call them light skin. All right. You can call them what you want. If you want to call them white, you be retarded. I don't really give a damn. That just shows me what level you still on. I'm not telling you to acclimate and accept this. Some people have a feeling because they still talking about white. It shows you how dumb certain people are. You don't argue with them. You let them stay right there. Like I said, that 80%. For those who are meant to get the change going, it's not no one individual. Me, I don't give a goddamn. Okay? Balance to me is that 7%. Them really getting their shit together. That's all that matters to me. Now, they can go and do whatever they got to do with the rest of the goofies. I don't care. Somebody say, but I told you I'm someone like Jonah. I didn't really want to be doing this. I don't really care to be doing this, but you choose your ignorance. You choose your cup of tea. So it was always ordained for me to do this. I wanted to repudiate it. I wanted to stop. I said, this is not a competition. We are different. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. This little Mexican restaurant up here, the guy knows me. I know him. I'm going to go up there today. My boy just came over here before I went live and picked up the stuff to go test it. You know, what's that soy sauce that had meth in it, right? Or cocaine, remember? Nobody knew and people were getting sick and bugging out. Well, I told him yesterday I went and got one of his, it was a different person working there, but he was in the back. And I got a little rush. And I said, dude, I don't do drugs. So, you know, after I get off of here and everything, I'm going to the hospital, get a urine analysis, get tested to make sure. And I froze the burrito that I really like. It's really good. Now, I don't know who made it. Because sometimes you have a lot of cartel members and gang, you know, they're doing things because they want to get people hooked. If that's the case, I'm going to make sure that he knows either you get it right, give up that individual, or you pack it up and close this place down. So two of my buddies on the police force already, well, just let us know what you're doing, Mr. Branch, or Red. You had to say it because they were in. My boy yesterday, we was out there talking to one of them drunk Navajos, and I was riding by, and he was like, yo! And I was like, yo! You know, strapped up, rifle and everything, and the girl looking at him like, who was that? And all they see is this blue truck. And the hand going, yo! People think it's a game. It's not a game. So yeah, I ate 3 bites, and I was like, whoa, that ain't anxiety. What the hell is that? Oh, dude, whoa. So I was going to hit down one. I didn't feel like being in some, and I'm not a person worried about death. So that's the last thing on mine. Physical death, please, another body. But look, I'm going to go over there and have them test. All right. I'm going to do blood and urine. All right. If they can eat fecal, whatever. And then I'm going to go about the place and I'm going to let them know. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't take your choices and move by them appropriately, then you are the problem. You can't sit there whining all day and crying all day if you're not willing to do something about it. There's going to need to be some more Crispus Attucus. And some of y'all think that y'all can avoid that? Are you retarded? Are you that scary and cowardly? Excuse me. I have no secrets. None whatsoever. I don't like anything that get me racing. I'm full of energy. And when I think somebody's doing something stupid, I deal with it. I wouldn't give a damn if some worthless ass agent following the GPS going, he just pulled up. Make sure you give him the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to deal with that person in the very end of things. That person. And I say that with the utter disdain and disrespect. Never call yourself a people or persons. All right, brothers and sisters? Wise up to the occasion. Okay? T, I was showing them your Faraday bag, man. I ain't going to show. I showed my drawers and all that long time ago. I ain't putting them all my skivvies and everything up on here. But yeah, y'all might want to get one of these silent pockets, all right? Yeah, you know it's safe, bro. So I just wanted to show them that. You know, it's always going to be some show and tell with some good stuff. You know what I mean? But like I said, they want to play a game thinking they're ahead, and they're not. Far from it. With their equipment, the tools, the weapons of old brought to a new, nothing. Okay? They got big heads, big egos, a little too much synthetic testosterone. Synthetic, when I say that, it could be real, right? But it's synthetic because it's not based on natural order, but the disease of the mind. It's because of good food and everything else don't mean that it's gonna last. When the time comes, any one of you could shut anything and anyone down. But you don't want to know. You don't want to know that. And I don't use the term believe. You know, I disdain for a lot of this foul language. All right? You either know or you don't know. And some of you would choose not to know. Okay? How many of you see them talking about what they're doing over there in Palestine? They ain't hardly talking about nothing because some of you still paying attention to the damn media. I just don't get you characters. I don't see what it is you're getting from this media. Fox, WNBC, NBC, NBA, whatever. CBS, I don't care. What are you getting from them? Now, I know what I said, but that's based on certain things. Why do y'all still watch it? Some of y'all still stuck with your head so far up your behind on sports. As if you're really talking something because it's become part of the nomenclature to speak like it's some great thing. What are y'all doing? Are you that gone, and why are you here? I don't need that 80%. I don't want them nowhere around me. I don't mind mitigating amongst them. It's like walking through a maze of retards. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but it's the truth. A maze of friggin' retards. I shared that story about Flagstaff, about that place where I went to the imaging, because I want you to see how the world is still full of stupid people who could look like plain Jane in their face, but don't know that many of us, they just look dumb. Scott White Wolf Edwards, okay. They just look dumb. Because they damn sure ain't going to do nothing, because they always the ones getting knocked on their behind. Sometimes worse, you don't want that, but some of them, they make bad choices. You dig? Damn, what's going on, beloved? So all those people over there on Facebook, they getting upset because they ain't got no following. They ain't saying nothing. That's why they run the Sonnetta's fed sold out ass. I don't care if he's freed now from it. He still plays a part. He made a bargaining chip. All right. And some of y'all still want to put your head up there behind like it's something. I don't care about them frauds, man. Something is in the water and the air over there, and they messed up. It's everywhere, actually, but it's different calibers. What is it with the choice that you're making to see something different? You know, I mean, come on. This little young light-skinned girl. Let me get off. It's just important to say these things. I don't know how long ago, whether it was 2 or 3 years ago or whatever, 4, I don't know. Well, anyway, she had a boyfriend, and they were partying, and she was supposed to be this squared away young light-skinned woman, or young girl. I think she was around 17 or something like that, and she had a boyfriend. And they had a good friend, melanated brother, Dom, and I forget the names. Anyway, I'm just going on memory. Anyway, she was a nutcase. Young little, sweet little thing, was nothing but a nutcase. Normal in everybody, mammy and daddy's eyes and everything. One day, supposed to be, after the party they came from, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the a.m., she's supposed to be taking Dom, or whatever the guy's name, the melanated guy, to his home. She veers off a road that they had seen on camera she had done before as if running a test. Well, this road goes for, I don't know, a mile or so. She whips down this road 90, 100 miles per hour straight into a factory. She kills her boyfriend and the guy in the back. She's knocked unconscious, broken up a little bit. Bags deployed and everything. The front of the car, everything. Yeah. They saved her a couple years later. She did it on purpose. You've got a lot of that right now. Individuals who are far from who they are. They have never tapped into their truth. They have been misguided by this very system. And you have people right now in your life who have kept an image because it's like a prolapse booty hole, right? You know, people that be doing all that weird stuff and then it pops out and all that, you know, in the hospital. Medicine, you know how to study medicine. Come on, prolapse. Y'all know what it means. It looks normal until you, it looks like a big old grape or something. You know what I'm saying? Grapefruit. You got people who walk around like that right now, look like they look normal, but you better believe the insides ain't right. They just internally prolapse, just collapse, just, or you could say distended, pushed, or whatever, like an Audi, but on the inside. So they keep the image until they just break. And a lot of y'all don't even have an idea because you're not there, but you're moving like them. You just haven't really stepped into your truth. I'm not the one to tell you what your truth is. Maybe your truth is to be an extension of a bunch of foolishness. You don't like what happens in the end of it all. That's all I can say to you. So go right ahead and choose outside of self without looking at cleaning up the inside of self the best you can. And remember, I made this statement a week or two ago about what you do with yourself determines the people you put in your circumference. Okay? And that's how you increase your dexterity in life. Some will say, well, yeah, but I know people, I know they like to drink beer, but I also know, because I can feel them. I know where they stand. I'm around them. I can see when their hair stand up on their arms based on the thought of a lie that conscripts to something that could be painful or derogatory. I don't just watch people in their eyes. I look at the facial hair, their arm hairs. I'm looking at everything all at one time. So when they're talking and they look down to the left or they look up to the right, I know where they're thinking, or where they're coming up with a lie, or they're unsure. I just know. Me, I do it on purpose. Sometimes to see who might be trying to read me. Because I can empty real quick. And that's the other thing. Stop lying. I know some of you are selfish and you think that's a good thing. When I read Iron City and I was, behind the ice walls and even Target, when I was reading those things, I figured some of you would have gotten it by now. But that means just some bad choice making individuals. You can't lie to everyone or everything. You're just lying to yourself. I was watching that video with that little boy cut his mammy's head off, and he's standing there holding it. The original one. And I said to myself, her son, the moment she came into existence, her son was lost. He was not meant to be the way he is. I'm not talking about what he did. He was not meant to exist on the plane that he existed. I know that's hard for you to conceptualize. I'm not here for you to figure every damn thing out, because you haven't even figured yourself out. Okay? When you lie, it doesn't benefit nothing. No one, absolutely nothing. It is worthless to lie. That's why you got a lot of people in costume lying to talk to you. And then they keep talking, and some of y'all get comfortable like you're having a regular conversation, and all they're going to do is use it against you. That's how stupid they are. They're conditioned and programmed. That means trained to be even further complicit in this stupid process of existence. And many of them have seen some harrowing things. Doesn't mean it's excusable. Well, I'm just saying. It's just reality. You dig? I'll poke at your head over there this AM, and these ninjas was arguing with Pan-Africans about dream catchers. Yeah, they're not even really called dream catchers. That's stupid. They have no idea what it means. Pat, what's going on? What's happening, beloved? I'm not surprised at Sir Jay Shaw. What's up? I'm not surprised at people, because when you start, yes, I like the clothing. I need some of those. Get them while you can, hon, before they churn. Get them while you can. There's individuals, man, just because I'm still following them don't mean I pay them any mind. But when you go over there and post it, see, right now, you see what they're doing. They want to make sure, right now, what they're doing on a lot of platforms, they want to make sure the people that you're following, especially if you got like over a few thousand people, 5, whatever, right? They want to make sure that they control the narrative, that they can censor you. You can't be seen by everybody. And some people hit show last, and some people hit show more, and all this. Those are the idiots. You just don't hit nothing, and everybody will still come up. Just go on your settings and make sure that your lives and everything, all that is set up so it reaches everyone. Just make sure, because every time they do updates, they change your system. Because you got to remember, Facebook is a CIA platform, and most people over there arguing and fighting about nothing and following people with their heads up their butts because they have not accepted the real truth. And people over there still mem-docking. I can't stand Facebook because a lot of you niggas just worthlessly
CBI.
CBI. No, you. I'm calling back. Anyway, you get what I'm saying? I know somebody's going to go right over there. It's still going to, because you're not who you're supposed to be. I don't determine who you were supposed to be, but god dang, it's easy to determine when somebody's full of themselves. Especially when people feel about something they shouldn't. Makes no sense. I'd like to see, forget like, it would be magnificent to see people actually ascend to a better position and place. But nobody's really doing the footwork over there. All they're doing is boots on the ground, moving fast, work, this, that, family, and they make every excuse because they can't see them all the way because they're blind. They have the blinders on.
CBI.
Stay right there, guys. All right. I had to tell them, call me back like that. I'm doing something. It's not like they know, but I know if it's that important, you should have called earlier or yesterday. Don't call them on live. It's an agency. All I could do was shake my head in disappointment. What was I? Yeah, well, no, ain't nothing. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, beloved. But nothing's a waste. See, when we hold on to that narrative they created, then we become the waste. You dig what I'm saying, T? And breath is your energy. Wow. Your breath is your light. I know you'll get it. I know you get it. It's not complicated. And all of you, some probably think the same thing. It isn't. It has to be done. But remember, it's for certain individuals to do it. It is. Everyone is not meant to do everything you see going on. That's like, what's the name with the grandma killing? Anyway, it's all good at first, but then she started arguing with the community and this, that, and other, and creating rifts because the ego got big. I remember when she talked about when she found out, talking about some children I ain't never seen. And I'm over there, and I'm like, yo, and they're like, man, I don't know what that. And when I listen, I said, you know what? That's fine enough for me. I don't need to know nothing else. All right? And then she wanted to come talking about Frank Chaser and all that. I was like, that is some little punk, weak New York goofiness. Because in my face, she would have never said it because I'd have took her ass and threw her over a car. Guaranteed. I'd have snatched it up and threw it up to the second floor. I guarantee you. I'd have snatched the ass up, squatted with bad knees, and shacked the ass up to the goddamn, and be like, you better grab that ladder. I ain't playing. When you land when you fall. That's a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Your original lone wolf for so beloved. And look, I don't advocate violence. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. When you move around certain individuals, because right now, I mean, you got little Ecuadorian gangs, that's saying we shoot cops down there. What these idiots don't know about up here, these cops will start hunting them motherfuckers down wearing masks and black and worse than them. See, what they don't know about in South America, that we are deadlier up here than they are. Oh no, we are some killers up here. Like straight bad kind of. And even though they're moving around, well, they're protected by certain agencies and groups of individuals. And most Negroes haven't really been afflicted to a point where they're like, oh no, we got to run up. Y'all think that shit in LA something? A lot of brothers, so-called Mexicans and brothers get along just fine over in California, man. And y'all need to stop with the media programming and making y'all stupid. Just like here, I got homies, man, that can't stand some of their own people. They be like, I'm gonna kill that. Why you want to kill him, man? Nah, man, motherfucker no good. If no, he no good. I'm staying out of it, brother. Because I don't want to see none of my people's light skin and dark skin get riled up and start hunting every goddamn Spanish person, because then they're going to be messing with some of my Puerto Ricans and they'll start hunting everybody. Literally. It won't matter. It could be you pushing a stroller and I'm just saying. I got to keep them on. I'll be like, use your camera. Where's your phone? Your vehicle look like it might be a boom mic. You see anything? Yeah, don't do that. Yo, you know what's up, cuz. Oh, yeah. There's a way you talk without talking. Before all this stuff, we have our ways. We ain't worried about some goddamn system that y'all serve as a slave to. We know exactly who the first responders truly are. The only issue is that y'all give them energy. Y'all give them sway. There's a lot of good guys, but there's a lot of bad guys. You hear me? Now, they've been cleaning them up. Doesn't mean that it makes things perfect, because you got to remember, the government brings certain people in to play a role, and they'll do that role. You know what I'm saying? And some people just don't get it. I'm not here to get all into all that, all right? But you see right now what people are doing, a lot of men are acting very, very, very emotional and feminine, and it's always like they're getting some get back. No, actually, they're being very divisive and very stupid. They're negating terms that are baseless and unfounded, yet they stand by it. If I married me a little light-skinned girl, right, some big-ass Christian marriage, right, and I married her ass, and bopped up with a few babies, man, that's y'all's problem. I'm keeping the bloodline going. Mine's stronger. Because y'all stupid. A lot of sisters walking around plastic booties, this, that, wigs, and all the other dumb stuff. And they don't want a good bloodline. No, they want a good, you got cougars and all this other dumb stuff. They just want pleasure. Stupid. They don't even know what true pleasure is. Some people holding on to shit that been long dead. That's like sleeping with a corpse. And you're mitigating it with some false ass reasoning. I don't care what anybody says. It's a fact. People that make excuses are always going to be the ones who will drag you along, who will drag you to the bottom. Or because they didn't tie the shoe up and it came off and you got to run over some hot things. Can you help me? Nick, what? You should have tied your shoe up. We got to get. Now you might as well get used to getting your feet hot for a little while. I'm just saying, it's not being mean. It's stopping the complacency. And there's a lot of complacency. You dig what I'm saying? They what? They won't. That's the notification. How you doing, Lucy Rose? Yes, and it's ridiculous. It's sad. Right? It's terrible. Exactly. But they only want instant gratification. Why? They've been conditioned and programmed. Most people do. Hey, Omek, what's up, beloved? They've been 3 pounds of pressure. Anyway, they've been conditioned. And it's not just with subliminals. It's all kind of stuff that you have no idea about that's in you right now. And you're doing nothing to get rid of it the best way you can. Some people say, well, you're taking black seed oil. You got bentonite clay and da-da-da-da-da. That's not the remedy. The remedy lies in self. I mean self. I mean, you can listen to the trees, you can talk to the rocks, you can do all kind of things. It's not this talk. It's, see, my mistake right there was not explaining to you that what you are, we use frequency as the narrative. What you are, both hands, both sides, two sides, right? Many ways to communicate. So they say telepathy, and some of you call yourself seers and this, that, and you're full of shit. The reality is you're already communicating with them. You just can't hear them. Because when you start hearing them, then you start being nurtured and you start learning, reacquiring how to be able to communicate back. But you don't know their voice because you think this is a voice. How many of y'all sit out there with the powerful winds are blowing and the trees and the bird with the all that? Some sound like squirrels and some sound like, like the doves, like they're supposed to. Some sound like the pigeon. I mean, you don't really know what you're hearing because you think, or you believe you think you're listening, but you don't even know what you're listening for because you haven't been nurtured how to get it, how to hear it. I gotta run out here. I gotta call these people back. I gotta run out of here. Get back. Gotta pay the electric bill. I forgot. Yeah, frequency is a great narrative we utilize. It's bigger than that. But yeah, frequency, energy, ether, whatever. They have all kind of names and stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate the fire, baby girl Slaughter. Appreciate that. People don't really get it because, and it's best to utilize the language, but at the same time, it's best to help people know that the enemy uses signs and symbols. They use all kind of things, and the stuff actually works. You lean on what they've given you. I'm not saying go into the dark because they're using a perverse form. They've been giving a little tactical advantage. You have the information within you. You just refuse to allow yourself to be free. You're following all these people about laws and books. No. I read to actually just get your mind to expand and open up. Remember I told you that we're not from here? Remember, where's Saturn? Where's Saturn at on the map, on the flat map? When the Aboriginals tell the story, just like the doggone, they know they didn't come from a planet, they come from another plane. But when you listen to the Paleskins tell the story, the Masons, the ones who are going to listen, those are the ones digging up your history and lying about who you are. They're going to say, yeah, they come from planet Saturn. Oh, yeah, they come from the Serenus star. And they're liars. That's not what they're saying when you actually meet them and you talk to them. You realize, just like I told you, we are not from here. I told you my father came from South. All these people in South America, not the people who was there when my father came up through it. Or the Choctaw, or whatever you want to call it. It's not an original name anyway, but regardless. And when they came from the wall, like I said, I got a story to tell. And y'all have no clue. Y'all have no idea. That's why I don't debate and argue with people. I'd be like, and that's why lately I've been saying, if you want to debate me, you better come with everything. You better, because I'm going to smack every goddamn thing you bring. I'm going to smack it to the ground. And it doesn't matter about the people who sit there going, oh, got to win and all that goofy stuff. I'm going to look at it, another L's. And all, you know, I might even put on my hat that got the big L and the shirt with the big L. It's called me Big W. Oh, you big L's. I'm not in the competition. The reality is, majority of people don't have a damn clue about nothing. Because y'all have seen me. Take this, walk you here, and there's still more walks. So you get this, and when you get that, like, oh, well, let me introduce you to this. Do you know anything about this? Oh, when I was telling everybody about this Theosophical Society, I said, why didn't you study about the American Theosophy Society? Why didn't you look at these certain things? Why is it always got to be a Mason? When it's all, and we're the Rosicrucians, and oh, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. They sound like bag of wind. You're just regurgitating goofy stuff. You haven't gotten to the root of nothing. That's like when I'm reading the Emerald Tablets, you know, I'm like, oh, here he goes. Most people don't know that Thoth was a man. Nimrod, sound familiar? Want to talk about Enki and Enlil, when they want to say Noah and this, that, and all, man, please. Most of the people running around here with light skins with those surnames, last names, Smith, Brown, Branch, they got them from us. They got them from us. I had some idiot want to argue about the damn roller coaster of Cyclone. I says, we invented the first roller coaster just like that big Ferris wheel in UK and the Big Ben clock. And then I already showed who invented it. People having a hard time because now it's messing with this ruffling the feathers in the fake world they've been living in. I don't care. And they stand there looking stupid. I says, all you got to offer is chaos and destruction. Well, if that's the case, why are you still here? I prefer you believe in Yakub than all the other crap they created. Not saying anything's wrong or right there. I'm just saying. Somebody knew something what they were talking about. That's why I laugh every time one of them little peckerwoods or one of them little Mongols say, and we was kings instead. I'm like, yeah, it's not called kings, you dummy. And you weren't. That's them being hurt and feminine. When I told you about Wild Bill rodeo show, did y'all look into it? Them Cat and Abs that had playing Indian and who he was, a Mason and a Shriner, and he worked with the Rockefellers and all of them. He didn't mind changing our narrative. Did you all look into that? Think I'm just making stuff up? Isn't it funny how I know damn near everything everybody's talking about and I don't say nothing? I just throw little hits here and there. And most of y'all would say, well, probably you sit around and watch everything. I don't know nothing, but the knowledge I have, I'll share. So good. I've shared it 4 or 5 times. Oh, what's the name had another one, an excellent one. I ain't see Rondo if he put up anything lately. Q Meal had a really good one. Last two, whoo, child. Drop had a good one up too. Somebody shared it with me because I don't get his notifications. I don't know why. This is what they do. Oh, what I was saying about Facebook. They got people who are just ignorant and butthurt, and they like who they follow. I don't follow nobody. I'm following your accounts, but I want to see something where people actually making sense. Whenever you start going off the deep end talking about blood quantums, remember I did the little thing on blood quantums, a little chart, still got some reading to do. That shows you what they've been talking about. They know nothing about what they're talking about. And yeah, okay, I went to med. I studied medicine. Most people don't know the first thing they're talking about. You cannot test DNA to go back some millions of years, thousands. They just can't. And there's still people talking about you taking DNA. I'm like, oh, so they can lie some more about your goofy? And then these niggas talking about, oh yeah, I got 7% sub-Saharan African. Everybody's from sub-Saharan Africa, like this made up place in the desert where nothing exists. This is gonna be the stupid. And then they don't know that the bloodline they're claiming at, which is not even in Africa, except for those of our people who have been shown, reside right from here. But this show you how stupid they are. I'm not saying to be mean. This is reality. You dig what I'm saying? They are very stupid. And the system will still have you believing that having the money is the power. Then I guess you're going to stay right in your homes and at that job and everything else and keep making nothing. Okay. Okay. The Africans not even... They ain't no what you call it for them over there to take it. They don't, because a lot of them know they're from the Europe. They know you've had them in the last 10, 15 years, especially during the fake demic where they were coming out saying, no, we're the original people of Palestine. Nick, dark ass mo. We're the original people of Rome, Italy. You got them over there telling you. Why you think Italy went to fight Ethiopia? They wanted to get rid of what they figured to be the bastion of the original people. Y'all don't get it, do you? Come on. Europe is named after who? And though these people they can read this stuff, they still choose to ignore it. You dig what I'm saying? They still choose because it's outside of what they know. They can't accept it. They got this fake white privilege where and then they got all these fake things with, home owners association and HOAs and all this other stuff. To where you ever seen somehow they talk? They just really think they're the snick. Couldn't even tie their shoe. Listen to me, man. I'll be cracking up. But then how many of y'all, and don't call my dummy no dummy, you can look at all, Jamil Shamsi's book, you can look at all the shit in the 1900s, when they were stealing our land. They call it the massacre. We were killing a whole bunch of them. Why they don't ever talk about that? You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Now, y'all ain't getting with no free ride like y'all some bad butts. It always took, 1,000 to 1 to win something. 100 to 1. Based on a lie from some Zionist woman screaming something who came into town and all of a sudden disappears. Or grows old somewhere else and says, yeah, well, and it starts to tell the truth and all of a sudden she's gone. Our people wasn't raping no damn body. You never see that nowhere. God killed over 2 million people in the Bible, but the devil ain't killed nobody. He just brought you knowledge. Something you always had. But y'all don't get how deep this is. The crevasse is bottomless. But everybody wants to sit there and buying into something because they've been put in a position that the very enemy that put your dumb ass there is destroying, and you ain't doing nothing but sitting there talking because ain't nobody rolling with saying the niggas is raising up. But last, I don't give a damn how well you trained you are, how many shots you think you're off, you're just gonna die at the end. You ain't gonna stop us. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, my ass. I'm going to destroy the shit out of every one of you. That's the truth. I had to say it. I know how it ends. That has nothing to do with it, but I know I've seen some things. You'd be surprised at how many actually stand on our side. And I hate that side stuff, but it is reality. They're tired of living a lie and what they've been partaking in and what they participated in. And they know there's some darkness. They've got to see some things and actually be alive. And they really want to move against this. Not us, against this narrative that's been painted. That's why you see them ranking stuff up, moving as fast as they can. Excuse me. Gas, boy. What kind of dog, man? Fruit. Get y'all Faraday back. Or you can make one. Okay? Smoke for cheese over there. Whatever it was. I actually stayed right there. I just knocked over the fart spray. I hope it didn't. No, I didn't. Because that stuff's bad. Anyway, let me get off of here, y'all. What's that? Wild Indian up in here? Well, hey, what's going on, beloved? Just not common sense. Exactly, Liz. Exactly. It cracked me up over here trying to tell us what to do. Like we're supposed to sit there and go, yeah, okay, we're going to do it. And then you look at the idiots who do it. Remember I told you a story about some of my buddies here, right? With the lizards and the dog. Yeah, okay. I think everybody's been doing it lately. Showing that these people, 23andMe, all of them are worthless, just bottomless pieces of excrement. And they have partaken in some dark things. So they are not your people no longer. And they are destroyed. Trust me. Okay? Whatever you think, whatever you feel, doesn't matter. Okay? That's like that goofy ass punk talking about, yo, Prometheus. See, that's that audience. That certain air about them where they think it's all right because, you know, he likes a butt plug and stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. I ain't saying his name. Talking about, yeah, we just told Oprah anything. You know, this is the world you're dealing with. And they do it because they know that you're going to really be keyed in. And they know the frequency, the stuff that's pumping at the time it's going to inundate. It's going to be in that Rolodex. You're not supposed to have all this garbage in your Rolodex. So you can think. You know what I'm saying? So you really can think. You process your Rolodex, get your thought on right, based on internal how you feel and where you stand and what you know. But somebody actually just got that, y'all. I told them you don't think with this. You go through your information. You think with this. That's why your gut's right by your heart. You take a deep breath. You ever notice you get adrenaline? Where your adrenaline glands? Where's it pumping from? And what causes you to react? Well, you have all the information stored up here, right? But if your heart ain't into it, what Mike Tyson say? My heart isn't into it. Put your heart into it, man. Means what? That energy. Boom. The heart really don't pump the blood, y'all. It's a cleaner. It's like the real brain of everything. Why does the Rolodex live for about 5 or 6 minutes after it stops pumping? Because it's pumping some of the most pristine antifreeze and oil and gasoline. Okay? And your gut, your catalytic converter, your exhaust pipe, you know what I'm saying? Numerates and the numerator. Well, sometimes when you crank on a little too much and that camshaft and the rods and pistons get to pumping, right? On the battlefield, you'd be surprised at how many people not just shard themselves, but shot themselves, piss on themselves. I said, man, I just had a loosey goose. Hey, man, you was scared, motherfucker. But it's in your heart to turn, fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? When any of y'all ever jump out of a plane, you don't feel it up here, do you? You feel it here, right? So if you're feeling it here, what are you really thinking about it? The content is not up here. This is the intrusive thing. This is the obstruction because it has too much garbage in it, right? So right here, I hope I'm not sharing something new. It's not mechanical, it's authentic and real, but I appreciate that. I really do. Let me get ready to get up out of here. All right. We'll come back. We'll get some read on. Don't worry. I'm not going nowhere. I'm supposed to go to Flagstaff. I'm not trying to be coming back, driving back at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. From over there. Y'all don't know. I can't say nothing. I see things. I pulls over. I see things. And it's magnificent. Yet, I see things that aren't. I know sometimes I'm, like I said, if y'all would choose to come before I'm out of here, should have been gone already, but like I said, I had to set everything up with I'm not gonna mention his name on here because you can't do that. All right. When I set everything up with them, a few of them came in looking around. I said, don't worry, all this stuff, some things will be put away and stuff like that, but most of this stuff will be pushed into a tote, pushed to the side, get the big stuff up out of here. Money in a jar, put up in my safe, you know, get the bed, all that, big queen size, whatever bed, get the dressers, get all that, get them TVs, get it, leave the cash, get out, just get gone. I don't care what you want to repair something. I'm probably gonna throw away. Take it. Give me $1. I don't just give me $5 for that. Just get it out of here. Some people, what about the surround sound? What? I'm supposed to bring it with me? Why? Some of y'all don't know how to rekindle a fire in you. To allow yourself to be what you're supposed to be, you keep all the garbage with you. You'll never be free. Never. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. It's always appreciation. We're eternally bonded. I don't care about your friend. If you're still holding on to colors, ethnicities, and races, just know this. The Negro is the true Judeans. Israel is not a place, but a mind state. Whether you want to say ISIS, blah, 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 or whatever. All right? Our lies are going to stop. You have the chance to actually stop it right now with yourselves. You dig what I'm saying? Exactly. I've done it a few times. And every time I turn around, I end up with more stuff than everybody else. I don't need none of it. I'd rather make a handmade chair that fall apart when somebody's sitting in it and know, okay, well, we can make it better. and it'd be, I guess, magique. It'd be the honorable thing. You know what I mean? I'd rather be sitting in my room with dirt walls before we get the planks cut and everything else, or concrete, whatever, however we're going to do it, 1,000 feet underground. We can still have some little things, you know what I'm saying? I know how to make solar panels. They're easy. If you got discs, CDs, movies, that's why I'm keeping all mine. Don't mean I want to watch them. But hey, I could, with all the ones I have here, I could turn out about pretty strong wattage, you know what I'm saying? Let me get out of here because I can keep talking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate y'all, all right? Ladies, brothers, all right, see y'all in a few. Appreciate that, baby girl Slaughter. Donations, y'all, I got a Cashapp if you don't know in the descriptions. And I didn't look at it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to get out here, do what I got to do, and get right back because I'm hungry. You got me a big old steak to cook, all right?